Hello, and welcome to the Mesa Public Schools Virtual College Fair. We are so excited to have you participating in this event. We have some fantastic schools lined up with us today. My name is Daisha, and I will be your facilitator. Before we get started, I have a few housekeeping items to share. First, your camera will be off, as well as your microphone, so our panelists will not be able to see or hear you. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type questions to our presenters at any time, and they will be able to respond directly. This is one of many different sessions happening today as well as tomorrow. So be sure to check out the schedule on the website for additional sessions you might be interested in. This presentation is going to be recorded and it will be available at strivescan.com/Greater Arizona. I would now like to turn it over to our first presenter, Bishop's University.
Hi, everybody. My name is Jeremy. I am the representative for Bishop's University. I'm going to share my screen. Just give me 1 minute.
Hi there, my name is Jeremy Harrison-Lalonde, and I'm a recruitment and admissions officer for Bishop's University. One of the quotes that we keep closest to our heart is, "Remember how you entered and be proud of how you leave." And Bishop's does everything in its power to stay true to this quote. Bishop's University was founded in 1843, and we're one of the oldest and most historical campuses in Canada. In fact, we used to be affiliated with Oxford University until 1853. So you can really see the history of our university in campus all throughout the university itself. Despite us being located in the French province of Quebec, Canada, we are an English language university or institution. So that means that all of our courses, evaluations, surrounding community, and surrounding interactions are all done in English. You really do not need to know French in order to thrive and excel in our learning environment that we provide here. We are a smaller institution, less than 3,000 students, and we are a highly international university campus. 25% of our entire student population comes from 80 countries across the world, and 75% at least hold a Canadian passport or citizenship. We do provide a very traditional American centralized campus experience, which is very common, obviously, in the States, but quite unique in Canada itself. So if you are looking for a very traditional American centralized campus experience outside of the States, Bishop's University definitely can provide that unique experience. Despite our campus being quite old and historical from the exterior, it has remained authentic, but from the interior, we have fully renovated all of our facilities to transform and adapt to modern technology and modern needs. We've renovated all computer and science labs, so we have state-of-the-art facilities all across our campus. And these actual photos are just to show the aesthetic that we've adopted all across our university. These particular images are taken from the Learning Commons, which is essentially a modern version of what a library is. It's no longer solely focused on storing books, but it's focused on promoting creativity, peace of mind, and share and exchange knowledge between students. And we do have also a whole bunch of other amenities within the actual Learning Commons, such as the Writing Center, which I'm going to go a little bit more in depth further on in the presentation, as well as computer lab, video production studios, as well as photos editing stations and video editing stations. Just a lot more than just the actual environment. Bishop's University has adopted the liberal education model. So essentially, what does that mean for you as a student? As a student, the biggest thing that's going to be in terms of a benefit for you is that you have the freedom to explore and discover what you're interested in through electives and areas of focus. So essentially, what that means is that we're encouraging / forcing students to take courses completely outside of their field of study so that they can really have a more rounded portfolio upon graduation. And one of the biggest reasons why we decided to do so is that we saw a shift in employers no longer solely focusing on IQ skills or the ability to retain information, but also students with strong EQ skills or emotional skills. So that's the ability to communicate, the ability to present, network, adapt quickly, and perform under pressure. So we allow students to get out of their comfort zone in many ways and force in various situations through various ways of learning and communicating so that those skills can be developed by the time the student completes their actual degree. Just to give an idea of where we are located, I know we said that we're located in Canada, but where exactly are we? We're only an hour and a half away from the second largest city in Canada, so Montreal City. We're more in the suburb rural area of Montreal, but we're also really well located for students who want to see some major city or North American hubs. We're only 2 hours away from one of the oldest cities in Canada, Quebec City. We're 3.5 hours away from the capital of Canada. That's all within driving distance. We're 7 hours away from the largest city in Canada, Toronto City. We're also really close to some major North American hubs such as Boston and New York. New York is 8 hours away and Boston is 4 hours away. So if you want to see some major North American hubs and also see the the beauty of Canada, Bishop's University is definitely the university for you. We're located in the Eastern Townships, which is by far one of the most beautiful places within Quebec. You're surrounded by beautiful mountains, rivers, lakes, absolutely everything. When you think of the beauty of Canada in terms of its nature, Bishop's University's surrounding area is definitely that. And it's all uncovered by the mid-sized city of Sherbrooke City. So Sherbrooke City offers everything a larger city has, but a much more palatable size. So oftentimes that will come down to the coffee shops, training coffee shops, movie theaters, restaurants, shopping malls, you name it, we pretty much have it from a larger city. It is a student-oriented mid-sized city, so we offer everything students may want. Like I said, we are highly focused on providing as much resources to students so that they can be the best versions of themselves and really allow them to thrive and excel within our learning environment. So we have a whole bunch of resources available when it comes to the actual accommodations, as well as the career development center, so you can really see what you would like to have and how you could achieve your ultimate goals, and the actual writing center that's directly available, so they'll correct every single grammar mistake you may have, and you tend to see a 10% increase in grades. I see that my time is starting to get a little short, so I'm going to skip through some of the major points. Our main GPA that you'll have is an 80% average, or a 3.5 out of 4. We are test optional, and we do not require any essays whatsoever. We tend to follow the Canadian way of evaluating a student, so looking through your historical background in terms of how you performed as a student. And this is the actual tuition prices, and a total estimated first year cost around 41,000 Canadian dollars. We do offer scholarship bursaries and awards that are solely merit-based, however, up to 28,000 Canadian dollars. So thank you so much for your time. I hope that you guys enjoyed my presentation. If you do have any questions or concerns, I will be here at the end of the presentation to answer anything that you may have. So thank you so much, and I'm going to pass it on to the next university.
Thank you, Bishop's University. Our next institution is the University of Calgary.
Thank you. I'll just share my screen here. Okay, so thank you. I am Alexis from the University of Calgary, and I'm a student recruitment advisor, and I'd love to talk to you today about the University of Calgary and everything that it offers. Before I get into the university, I could not talk about the city of Calgary because it's just so wonderful here. I've grown up here my entire life and I love it here. What most people don't know is that we're actually the 5th most livable city in the world. So this is a big ranking, and it's to do with many things like our entertainment. Our lifestyle is amazing here. Calgary is home to 9 of Canada's top 100 restaurants. So whatever cuisine you enjoy, you're going to find it here. For those who like to get outside, we also have North America's most extensive hike pathway and bike pathway system. So if you like to be outside, you're going to love it here. And with that, we are Canada's sunniest major city. So I know a big misconception is that people think that Canada is just cold all the time. And yeah, it definitely gets cold and snowy here, but you have the benefit of the sun for your mental health, and it just makes you feel so much better. Another reason that we're the 5th most livable city is that we are so affordable. We have the 2nd lowest cost of living in Canada, 9th in North America. And you'll see when I get to tuition, we have some of the most affordable tuition for being a large research institution in Canada. But I'd love to talk to you about our campus. So this could be your campus. This is the University of Calgary main campus. And I notice a couple of things when I look at this photo. So the first thing is all the green space. So again, in Calgary, we love to get outside. We just have our Rocky Mountains to the west of us, 2 hours away. And so that's a popular destination that people love to go to in Alberta. And you'll see that in campus that, we just love the outdoors. And so you'll see all this beautiful green space. Another thing that I notice is, we're a big campus. So Calgary is a big city in Canada, and we are a large campus. So approximately 26,000 undergraduate students. So medium to large size. And this means that we have lots of amenities for students. So you can see a first amenity, our Olympic Oval. It's in the top right. And this is where we house the fastest speed skating ice in the world. So in the 1988 Calgary Olympics, we both broke the most records, and we continue to break the most records. And students can skate on this ice for free. So that's really fun. And we have our Taylor Family Digital Library, kind of middle left. This is the most technologically advanced library in North America. So really easy to get all your studying and research needs done here. And another fun fact, because again, it's not all about studying, you got to find the best fit. We have the largest collection of video games here in North America. So when you're not studying, you're not watching Netflix, that's another fun way to take a break. And so I want to get into our faculties here. So I don't have too much time. So I would like to talk about our 4 top programs. So first, we have our Haskayne School of Business. And when our students graduate from this School of Business, they get hired immediately. So we have an overall 95% rate of students who get a job within their field within the first year of graduating. And this is especially true for Haskayne School of Business students. We have some amazing co-ops in this program. So if you are a business student who wants to get into commerce, this is definitely the school for you. We also have our Schulich School of Engineering, and this is where we have some of the best internships. We also have really exciting engineering programs. So you can take mechanical engineering with a minor in aerospace engineering, or a popular one is our software engineering. And so this is going to be for the computer science type students who really want that hands-on degree. And a fun fact is that Calgary is really emerging with the tech scene. So if you're a student who maybe wants to graduate and get into IT or get in the tech field, then not only studying here, but working here afterwards is going to be a great opportunity for you. We have our Faculty of Kinesiology, and we are the top sports science school in North America. So we have had our students work with Nike, work with tailor-made golf clubs. So really exciting practicum opportunities. And we have our Faculty of Nursing. So we make sure that our nurses go out into the field with the best experience they have. And I'll get into some general admission information. So pretty simple as well in Canada. So we're looking at just pretty much your grades at your senior year, junior year, AP, or honors, or of course, if you're taking IB or something like that. And we just look at grades. So for most programs, just the grades. For health science, you might need to write an essay, and for dance and music, you audition. But for the most part, we just want to see that you have competitive grades to get into your program. No SATs, no ACTs, so it's really easy to apply. And we do rolling admission, so make sure that you apply early to make sure that you get into a spot at your favorite program. And we also have 2 choices on your application, so you can make sure that your first choice is something that you really love, but then your second choice ensures that you're going to make sure you get into this university. And that'll be it for me. A short presentation today. Please stay in touch. I have my email here. I have a WhatsApp. You can reach out to me to book a one-on-one meeting. And it's nice to meet you. And I'd love to talk to you if you have any questions about the University of Calgary.
Thank you, University of Calgary. Our next institution is the American College of Dublin.
Hello, everyone. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Okay, start my timer. Hello, everyone. My name is Sarah Healy, and I am the admissions representative from the American College Dublin. It's so great to be able to speak with all of you tonight. So thanks for joining and listening to all of these great presentations. So I like to start mine off with this picture because I think it gives a really great representation of Dublin as a city as a whole. So we are located right in the heart of the city, so you can pretty much get anywhere very easily. As you can see, there's plenty going on in the city, a lot of stores, restaurants, pubs, libraries, a lot of different things for you to explore, which we encourage our students to do. And then at the end of this picture, you'll see St. Anne's Church, and that is where we hold our formal graduation ceremonies. So there's something for you to look forward to a little further down the line. So first off, we are an Irish American university, which means we uphold the standards of accrediting bodies from both Ireland and the United States. So what this means for you as a student is 2 things. One, that your degree will carry a little further post-grad. It will be recognized in the US, while also, you can take it into Europe. And another thing is that through the Quality and Qualifications Ireland, you will go on a 3-year undergrad track. So it's a little different than what you would see here in the US. So you don't take any other classes except for the classes under your degree. So say you apply to international business, you're not going to be taking any creative writing courses. And then through the Middle States accreditation, you will be doing that more standard 4-year track that you take courses, outside of your degree, like some general education and elective. So it really just gives you an opportunity to look at yourself as a learner and see what makes the most amount of sense. So we are a very small school, but we're like this by design, so we can offer very small and interactive lectures. They are typically less than 20 students, but this arrangement really allows for an interactive experience with a lot of discussion and debate, and of course a little sprinkle of Irish wit. But it's not just the professors, lecturing at you. There's, a lot of time for breakout groups. So you get to hear a lot of global perspectives from your classmates, which is a really great environment to learn in. It gets you really excited to go to class and hear those different opinions and kind of talk about it with others. So Dublin is your campus. As I mentioned before, we are located in the city center. We're about a 30-second walk from the National Gallery Museum, and just about within like a 10 to 15-minute walk of anything in the city. It is a really great city. It has that small sense of community, but it also is becoming more and more metropolitan. So it offers that really great balance. If you're thinking post-grad, a lot of big companies have European headquarters and offices located right in Dublin, like Google, Apple, LinkedIn, Twitter, Airbnb, to name a few. So, that can really excite you thinking about job opportunities post-graduation. So we really just encourage our students to go out into the city and take advantage of it, because you can learn just as much that way than in the classroom. So our administration, like our school, is small, and we do operate under an open door policy. So our students are encouraged to drop by and get to know the staff. We're small because we want to be able to help out our students as best as we can. And to do that, we need to know what you need from us. And we always lend a helping hand and an open ear. So these are the programs we offer: that 3-year track that I mentioned in international business and liberal arts, and then a 4-year BA in international business, hospitality management, event management, and liberal arts. And then we also offer a 4-year BFA in musical theater, performance, and creative writing. So though we are a small school, we welcome applicants from every corner of the globe. And because of this, our requirements are aimed at gathering a holistic view of the applicant. We really want to get to know who you are. So we do require minimum 2.0 GPA, and then for any transfer or mature students, a resume or CV, and then a personal statement that describes why you'd like to study your chosen area at the American College Dublin. So this is really your opportunity to paint that vibrant picture of who you are as a student and a person, because this is where we're going to get to know you. And then we have been test optional forever, and we will continue to be so. So again, all of these resume, test scores, APs, any recognition or awards or publications are optional. But if you feel like they better round you out as a student and you want us to see them, please feel free to include them in your application. We also are rolling admission. So as you apply, we will get you your decision within 2 weeks. And our application page is right on our website, which I will share in the chat below. Our tuition and fees for non-European students is €9,000. I believe last time I checked, that was like 10,400. And then for the BFA, it is a little bit more because you just have class in different locations and have different materials. We do offer scholarships, and you can absolutely email me to inquire about them. Again, my name is Sarah Healy, and I am the admissions counselor from the American College Dublin. I will drop all of my contact information in the chat below, and it was great speaking with you all tonight. enjoy the rest of the presentations. Thank you.
Thank you, American College Dublin. Our next institution is King's College London.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us this evening. Bear with me 1 second while I share my slides. Okay, great. Should be able to see that. So hello again, my name is Ashley Monahan. I am an International Student Recruitment Manager for King's College London. I am based in the States, but King's College London is of course based in London, England. So as you can see on the slide we have here, whether or not you've been to London before, you can recognize some of the famous London landmarks like Big Ben, the House of Parliament, the River Thames, the London Eye, and then you can see one of our campuses at the forefront of the slide here. That is the Strand campus, one of 5 campuses we have across the center of the city. So I'll talk a little bit more about our campus in just a few minutes, but we'll talk about some other things first. So we'll talk about the history a little bit of King's. King's was founded in 1829 as one of the founding colleges of the University of London. We were founded by King George IV and the Duke of Wellington, who was Prime Minister at the time, hence the name King's College London. And today we are ranked as one of the 35 best universities in the world, number 7 in the UK, and number 3 in London, according to QS. So if rankings are important to you, and they are to a lot of people, not everybody, I would encourage you to look into this ranking system and see what criteria goes into it, as well as some of the other ones that are out there. There are a lot of them. And speaking of now, we are a Russell Group institution, which means we are one of the 24 public research universities in the UK. Research really is at the heart of what we do. As an undergraduate student, you have the opportunity to participate in research, potentially graduating with a research portfolio. So it's really all hands-on and lots of opportunities for you if you are interested in research, of course, in the health sciences, within a lot of the natural and math sciences as well. And the Russell Group, just for a little bit of background information, since I think I might be the only British university on here tonight, which is a rarity if that's the case, which is great. The Russell Group is sort of similar to the Ivy League in the US. There's not a direct correlation or translation to that, but it is compared in terms of having a consortium of universities with a similar goal in mind. And because of all of that, and then some, 93% of our graduates are in employment or are furthering their education upon graduating from King's. So when we think of this return on investment that goes into a full degree program overseas, and it is a time investment, it's a financial investment, we can actually put a number on it, and that is 93% for us at King's College London. So let's focus a little bit on the campus community. So obviously research is wonderful, academics are very important, but we also have a very active students union and student community at King's College London, which is of course part of the full university experience. So we're a large urban campus with 36,000 students, 16,000 of whom, so nearly half, are international, representing 185 countries. About 1,200 students join us every year from the US, which is actually a pretty good population in terms of that international representation. And we like to think of this multicultural, diverse campus community as reflective of the city of London itself, which is a city of 9 million people and extremely, extremely diverse. So we just like to think that we mirror that within the center of the London community. And to focus a little bit more on the Students' Union in particular, we have the oldest Students' Union in the UK with over 300 activities and societies, ways for you to get involved, give back to your community, over 70 sports clubs, lots of different ways for you to just be active as a student at King's while you are studying. And we have over 10,000 alumni from King's that were originally from the US, and they are all over the globe right now. The UK has reinstated, as of this year, a graduate route visa, which allows students to stay in the UK for up to 2 years after graduating, which is a wonderful opportunity for you to be able to work, gain employment, and again, bolster your CV, maybe stay there longer, maybe continue your education or your career somewhere else in the world. Sky's the limit. There's a lot of mobility options. And these are our 9 faculties that we have at King's. We have 175 programs within them. We do have scholarships for international students. FAFSA is accepted. If you are interested in King's or any UK university, you will want to familiarize yourself with UCAS, which is the Universities and Colleges Admissions Service. Now, to focus a little bit more on our programs, some of our most popular are those within life sciences, dentistry, nursing. We're kind of renowned for those programs. Law, we have a joint partnership with Columbia University or Georgetown, where you can graduate in 4 years with a joint LLB and JD. Natural and math sciences is actually now the natural maths and engineering sciences, because engineering has become so popular in recent years, and that is also the faculty that's home to our computer science program, which is also very popular. Within social sciences, we have a program called War Studies. I think it's maybe 60 or 70 years old, and it's very unique, just kind of a way that challenges the Western perspective of war. Whenever we get opportunities to learn about different programs, I always like to sit through the War Studies one. Very quickly, because I'm running out of time, if you're an AP student, you have to submit 5 APs or 3 APs in the SAT or 3 APs in the ACT. We also accept IB, French bac, lots of other options. And then just to wrap it all up, these are our 5 campuses, all in the heart of the city. We have about a dozen residence halls as well. We guarantee accommodation for first-year students. And London was ranked again for 2022 as the best student city in the world. So I would encourage you to explore why that is. And thank you for your attention with my presentation.
Thank you, King's College London. Our next institution is John Cabot University.
Thank you very much. All right, so my name is Ramsey. I am the U.S. admissions counselor for John Cabot University, which is an American university in the center of Rome. And I actually had the honor of graduating from JCU a little over 4 years ago. So I do have both perspectives. So feel free to ask me any questions that come to mind, but let's jump right into it. So a few things to know right off the bat about John Cabot. So we are a pretty small institution. We're just over 1,400 students, but we just actually accepted our biggest class this fall. So it's small in terms of student body number, but we do have students from over 70 different countries. So it's a very diverse environment. You're constantly meeting people from around the world, as you can see from our enrollment profile. But like I said, we're an American institution. So when you graduate, you get an American degree. So it's just like graduating from any other institution in the US. So you get that small school feel in the classroom. You have 15, average of 15 students per class, but you actually get to know your professor. And I can tell you from my experience, that makes a huge difference. So because sometimes you're in a class and it's like 6 people and you really get to know your professors over that time. So, but I'll definitely touch on the financial aid and the campus and the tuition and all that. So obviously COVID is a thing, but right now we're back fully in person. We do have all of these things in place to keep us safe. Of course, you got to wear a mask on campus, but you need your ID to get into all the buildings 24/7. So we're doing it the safest way possible, listening to the Italian law, of course, but we're back fully in person, which is great. So we have 15 majors and 19 minors. As I said, we have 15 students per class. One thing I will note is that John Cabot is very big on experiential learning. The professors love taking the students outside of class and using Rome as a resource, going to museums, showings, talk. There's so much in Rome, no matter what your major is. And, the professors really like that because that's actually how you learn and it sticks with you for longer. Like I said, we have 14 majors and 19 minors. I studied communications when I was there, but we have all of these offered as minors as well. But yeah, if you guys have questions about specific majors, please let me know. So even while being abroad, you can study abroad. I know for some of you being in Rome is already abroad enough, but if maybe you have family in the UK or you've always wanted to live in Japan, something like that, you can study abroad for a semester, even up to 2 semesters, which is a full year. And you won't have to pay any difference in tuition. So there's no shortage of travel over there when you're living in Europe. Something that's big at John Cabot is our professional opportunities. We have a whole career services team that's dedicated to helping you, one, get an internship while you're at John Cabot, and two, getting you a job afterwards. But we have partnerships with over 670 companies in and outside of Rome. We hold 3 career fairs every year where we invite some of these companies to the campus. You get to talk to them, see what they're looking for in an applicant, maybe get an interview. But yeah, there's really no short. I mean, you can definitely find an internship. It's not like it's just for business students or economics and finance. It's for all of our students. So, so many different organizations to partner up with. Here are some examples of just some of the many companies you can get an internship at. So our campus is an urban campus. So just picture a few buildings near each other in Rome. As you can see, these red dots. So it's not just one closed off section, but they're all on the river, very nice environment. Our Critelli campus is our newest campus, has our admissions office, our bunch of classrooms. It's, you know, literally brand new, very nice. Our president's office is at the top. Our Guarini campus has some nice outdoor places to kind of study. See, we have a bunch of terraces on the roof where you can watch the sunset over Rome. We have an auditorium, our library here. And our Tiber campus has our cafeteria at the bottom. I don't need to tell you that the food is amazing over there, so definitely get the meal plan. But yeah, a bunch of classrooms here, just another short walk down the river. And then our art facility. And a lot of people come to JCU and Rome specifically to be studying art. So it's nice to have your own little space for that. If you're into drawing or sculpting, painting, whatever it may be. I took my photography courses here. So housing, we do have our own housing. It's more apartment style. You know, you'll fill out something, we'll group you with like-minded people. But in one of our residential life buildings, we have, you know, our fitness center, full gym. But yeah, they're all apartment style. So you'll have a small kitchen and maybe a small balcony. We do have a bunch of clubs. Since we're not a giant school, we put a lot into our clubs and organizations. I obviously can't go through all of these, but there's even a few more than this. If you wanted to look on the website, I do have a QR code at the end that you can scan. Going back to using the environment, we do a lot of cultural programs, different trips and activities. We do a lot of it is just to ingrain you into the Italian culture because we want you to experience it. We actually have Fridays off every week, so it's classes from Monday to Thursday because we want you to travel and be able to manage your time between traveling and seeing the city and studying. I'm running out of time. Just to let you know, we do have athletics, but I can't really go into it right now. So how to apply is just like applying to any other American institution. Really, we're on the Common App online application. Just need your transcripts, letters of recommendation, 600-word personal essay, and an interview, most likely with me. And we've gone test optional for this next year. So hopefully we'll keep it that way. Our tuition per year is just under $27,000, and that's without any scholarship whatsoever. And as you can see, over 85% of our students receive a scholarship from us. So we have need-based grants and merit-based scholarships, as well as we take the FAFSA. So a bunch of different ways to kind of bring down that tuition for you. That's my time. If you guys want to scan that QR code with your phones really quickly, that'd be great. Have everything I was just talking about. But again, my name is Ramsey for John Cabot University. But yeah, thanks.
Thank you, John Cabot University. A quick reminder, if you have any questions for our panelists, please share those using the Q&A button on your screen before we wrap up tonight's event. Our final institution is Trinity Western University.
Hi, thank you so much. My name is Linda. I'm just going to share my screen real quick. You just bear with me. Alrighty, so then you can see everything right there. My name's Linda. I'm an admissions counselor at Trinity Western University. And just to kind of start off, Trinity Western University is the largest Christian university in Canada. We're located in Langley, BC. It's a really unique location. Here's a look at kind of what our campus looks like. Yeah, it's a really beautiful place. You're in a really special situation here where our campus is about 15 to 20 minutes from the US border. You're about 45 minutes away from Vancouver. It's a major urban city. that has a special characteristic of being able to go to the beach and ski in the same day. If you're an adventurer, this is a great place for you, especially in the outdoors. But Trinity Western is a liberal arts university as well, which means that we encompass 47 undergraduate programs across our 7 faculties. And those programs range from the arts to business to nursing to the sciences. And liberal arts really gives you the flexibility to try different things and still use those courses that you take in your first couple of years, no matter what major you choose. So some things that our graduates say, we're proud to receive consistently high rankings for the quality of teaching and learning. And we also are in a national survey of students from over 70 colleges and universities. And Trinity in that survey ranks in the top 5 for those categories. And as far as our graduates, 96% say that we meet or exceed their expectations. 96% would recommend us, and 97% are satisfied with their decision to attend. We are a small university on purpose. In our classes, you pretty much at the most, you'll be in a class of 80 for some of our more general courses. But most of your classes will be 25 students or less. So we really do that on purpose just so that our students can have the chance to really get to know their professors really get to know them. Probably one of the most prioritized things that we have at our university is that the professors really want to get to know you as a student, get to know your ambitions, and how to best help you in your degree and the path that can take you. So we do have, like I said before, 47 undergraduate degree programs, 19 graduate degree programs, and over 27,000 alumni. And many of our graduates, from nursing and music to biology and business, they're able to find a lot of jobs that they love in their field. Some are even accepted into further studies before they even graduate. So employers are really eager to hire our graduates just because of the high caliber of education and the training that our students receive. But one thing more than anything is that Trinity really prides itself on being a global university. And some of those things mean going on travel studies. We have a couple images here. There are business travel studies in Europe, in Asia. We have nursing travel studies that go to Africa and South America, and everything in between. One other is our extension campus. So this is the LLC. This is the Laurentide Leadership Program. Basically, you get to spend a semester in Ottawa, the capital of Canada. You're blocks from Parliament Hill. And here you're basically doing the same courses towards your degree that you would do at our main Langley campus, with the added benefit of internships. So we have a special coordinator here that hooks you up with internships that are in line with your degree program. So if you're in poli-sci, you could be interning for a parliament member in Ottawa. You could be interning with an NGO, a nonprofit, whatever really fits the thing that you're passionate about. And then we are a small university, but we are very proud of our athletics, our soccer, our volleyball, our rugby team, volleyball especially, we're very proud of. We compete with the same universities like UBC on a national level, and we're very proud to have 5 of our Trinity alumni volleyball players go on to be on Canada's Olympic team. So we're very proud of that. Trinity does offer financial aid, over $8 million in scholarships to students every year, and they receive 97% of students at Trinity receive scholarships in financial aid. So our average financial aid package is around $5,600. That is in Canadian dollars. For a typical semester, you're looking at more of $22,000 for each semester, and that's done in monthly payments. So really the best way to apply would be through our website. That is going to be on our homepage, twu.ca/apply. And if you have any questions about that, I'll be putting my information in the chat. Yeah, there's a lot of flexibility for students. If you're in the States, our admission requirements that we look at have to do a lot with your academics that we're looking for is pretty much, we're looking for a 70% or above. We do take AP courses. So if you score a 4 or higher, we can always transfer that over for credit. But you'll always work with someone very personally. So either myself or someone else on the team. And yeah, we're looking forward to partnering with you in our mission to develop godly Christian leaders who serve God and people in various marketplaces of life. So thank you very much.
Awesome. Thank you, Trinity Western University. I would now like to invite all of our panelists to join me on video as we have time for a quick Q&A. Okay, you all can feel free to respond in the order in which you presented, but what advice would you give to someone going through the college search process?
The first recommendation I would have is when you're looking for a university, truly try to find the experience that you're looking for. When you're going to go and apply to various universities, we all offer a similar level of education or quality of education, but what makes us unique is the experiences you can get and the experience on campus and student life. So that's the biggest recommendation I would have.
Yeah, I'll definitely have to echo that, and I'm sure most of us will, but I think it's, of course, just looking for the best fit. So it's looking beyond ranking, it's looking, beyond just the program that you're interested in, but, take a look at everything that the city can offer you, the country can offer you, what working there can do for you, the weather, everything, that can make life as a student really exciting. So just, expand your horizons when you're looking at university.
I would just say that this process can be very overwhelming. As you saw tonight, there are plenty of universities all over the world that offer a lot of great things. So just make sure to reach out to us. We're here to help. Don't be afraid. No question is dumb. You're only going to get more information, which will help you make the best decision.
And because we're all international universities, a lot of people didn't have or won't have the opportunity to visit our campuses and kind of get that vibe or that experience. So look on social media, see what the student experiences are like at our universities. That's going to give you a better perspective than we would have unless, you're Ramsey, where he has attended the university before, but just getting that that updated current information about university experience from the students is going to be pretty beneficial for everyone.
Yeah, I kind of have the same thing. I think all universities now have the option to talk to a current student, like a student ambassador. So definitely take advantage of that. I mean, you can definitely talk to people who are alumni, but with COVID and everything, it's nice to speak to someone who's been through that. So.
Trinity?
Hey, yo, Linda.
Oh, yeah, I think probably one of the biggest things really is taking the time to think about what you want out of your university. Everyone's priorities are a little bit different. And just because someone else is looking at ranking or someone else is looking for a really small university, just remember to think about what that might look like compared to what you want, and try to imagine what that might look like for your experience, because everyone wants different things. There's not one thing that you're supposed to want and things you're not supposed to want. But that's why we have like such a good selection of universities to fit every single person.
Awesome. Thank you all for such wonderful advice. We are reaching the end of our time tonight. So I am going to share my screen just one more time with you all to share a couple of housekeeping notes with you. So thank you all for joining us. Thank you to our panelists for sharing such wonderful information about their institutions. And thank you to our attendees who joined us live and those who will be watching later on demand. When you close the window, there will be a link to a very quick 5-question survey. We'd appreciate any feedback you can provide We also encourage you to check back on the schedule and sign up for more sessions today and tomorrow. And you'll be able to find this session's recordings as well as other session recordings at strivescan.com/Greater Arizona. Thank you once again for joining us, and I hope you have a wonderful evening.